Got about 30 seconds yet, Alder not, but I have everything on and should be going.
No problem. And I can see everybody, so when it comes time for input, I'll be able to see hands being raised.
Go ahead.
Well, I've got exactly 6:30 p.m. So if we're up and recording, I'll go ahead and call the January 4th Board of Public Works and Utilities to order, starting with roll call. So Mayor Kim Smith,
Here.
Alder Jim Olson,
Sure.
and then Steve Knott, myself, am present. Jared Holter,
Here.
Sabrina Steger.
Here.
And then I also want to note that Tom Smith is in attendance as well. And Happy New Year to everybody. We'll start with item number 2, consideration and action on minutes from the.
Alder not, can you speak toward your computer once?
Yeah, you're having trouble hearing me?
Yeah, you gotta get a little closer to your computer just so we can hear you. Sorry about that.
Okay, is that any better?
That's perfect there.
Okay, kind of weird, but I'll do that. All right. Again, Happy New Year, everybody.
Must be turning his head.
Oh, is that all it is? Is the light turning my head? All right.
Yeah, if you turn your head, it goes off, so.
All right, that's very strange too. All right, I'll move on with consideration and action on minutes from the previous meeting.
So move.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion by Alder Jim Olson and a second by Jared Holter to approve. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 3, public input. Anyone wishing to speak will be limited to 3 minutes. If you do choose to speak, please identify yourself and your address. Is there anyone who would like to provide public input? I'm not seeing anyone in that room. Is there anyone online that I'm missing? Oh, and I see Alder Diane Wolf, by the way, and Dan Stevens have joined us too online. Second call for public input. Third and final call for public input. Public input is closed. Next is item number 4, memorandum of understanding with La Crosse County regarding South Kinney Coulee Lift Station. Jared.
Thank you, Alder not. This proposed memorandum of understanding was proposed by the La Crosse County Solid Waste Department. Currently, they are discharging through the La Crosse waste system in the International Business Park, which goes into our City of Onalaska sanitary sewer system, leachate from the landfill. They have found that leachate does cause some problems in our lift station that is along South Kinney Coulee Road, and then the force main associated with that. In going through that over the last 2 years with the La Crosse County Solid Waste Department, they have offered to purchase us replacement equipment that then we can change out and then clean the equipment and then change it out at keep it in service while then we can be cleaning the other pieces of equipment. Basically, our only commitment to this is that we will increase our frequency of cleaning for the equipment, and that we are already having to do even if they don't supply us the equipment. So this is a real win. It's been a partnership with the La Crosse County Solid Waste Department in order to get these things figured out. We have been working with them cooperatively on this, and staff is recommending the approval of the memorandum of understanding.
I have a question.
Okay.
I just want to verify for the record that the city attorney has reviewed the memorandum of understanding.
Yes, she has.
Thank you. I make a motion that we approve the memorandum of understanding with La Crosse County regarding the South Kinney Coulee Lift Station.
I'll second. So a motion by Mayor Smith, seconded by myself to approve the memorandum of understanding with La Crosse County regarding the South Kinney Cooley Lift Station. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 5, sanitary sewer discount agreement for the Terlingua Heights Water System Upgrade, 1025 Oak Avenue South. Jared.
Thank you, Alder Knott. This agreement was drafted by our city attorney and given for review to Steve Hoffman, the owner of the Terlingua Heights Mobile Home Park. He is in favor of this agreement, but he is still trying to get his plan together for the water main replacement within the park. It's the estimates and bids he's been getting have been coming in high. So he does not want to commit at this time to the agreement. He's not opposed to the agreement, but he's going to pay his outstanding sanitary sewer bill that we've billed him and then see what his costs are for this improvement within the park, and then come forward at such time he thinks he can make those costs obtainable within his budgeting at the park. So what staff is going to recommend here is tabling this until brought back for further review, is what staff is recommending at this time.
I'll make a motion that we table the sanitary sewer discount agreement for the Terlingua Heights water system upgrade.
Second.
Motion to table the Terlingua Heights Water System Upgrade by Mayor Smith, seconded by Jim Olson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The item is tabled. Item number 6, update on proposed installation of fiber to home by private providers throughout the city. Jared.
The city staff have been in discussion with multiple firms that have been in contact with the city to install fiber to home throughout the city. We've got 2 possible fiber to home vendors, one by the name of TDS and one by the name of Metronet. And we're just bringing this forward to let you know that the engineering department will be reviewing plans in the spring if they continue forward. It does look, with the meetings that we've had with these firms, that they will be moving forward, but we do not have a concrete start date or a concrete that they are for sure going to do it. One thing to note is if these 2 companies do come in, each company would have 5 to 10 crews in the city, each working on installation of their proposed utility. So if this does go through and both companies do come into the city, it will be a busy summer throughout the city with a lot of various things happening in a lot of locations. So we're just bringing this forward for information. We really don't have any concrete plans at this time, but thought it would be good for the Board of Public Works to know that this is coming. So with that, I'd open it up for questions. Alder Olson.
I have a question, Jared. While we give these people a chance to provide us with the fiber, is there any fee that we charge them for doing so?
There is no usage fee, but we do charge a permit fee for our time and the review process and what we have to do to ensure that they restore our public right-of-ways in a satisfactory condition. So we do have a fee in the fee schedule that outlines our cost. And we actually not only charge a permit fee, flat fee, we actually charge a per foot fee after such a length. So if you're just doing one small area of the city, you pay pretty much a flat permit, but then if it's a large area for each permit, there's a length fee also.
Thank you, sir.
Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, then we'll move on to item number 7, affidavit of correction, Crestwood Estates subdivision. Jared.
In your packet tonight, we've got a affidavit of correction for the Crestwood Estates plat. Originally, the cul-de-sac was labeled Crestwood Circle. In going through it, Staff is recommending we get that altered to Crestwood Court to better align with what our ordinances state and what the other street naming is within the city. Pretty straightforward. It's just this one-page document that will be recorded at the Register of Deeds to change the name. There are no, I don't think even any of the lots have been sold yet, so there's no buildings in the area. There's no buildings that will change. Owners had to change addresses or anything, so staff's recommending approval.
And I would note for the record, I believe this passed Plan Commission unanimously as well.
It did.
I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we accept the affidavit of correction for the Crestwood Estates subdivision, changing the street name to Crestwood Court.
Second.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the Crestwood Estate affidavit of correction by Mayor Smith, seconded by Sabrina. Any discussion? I just have one question. Is there signage already there that will have to be replaced?
The signage that we have in this subdivision, I don't think we've installed street signs out in this area yet because we haven't had any homes started, so we have not ordered the street signage for out here yet.
So
So
we don't even have a small cost associated with this. It's
No, it
just
would be a-
minimal impact.
it would be a cost that we would have to bear at that time anyway.
Right, yeah, okay. All right, any other discussion or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the affidavit, please say aye. Aye,
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, State Trunk Highway 16 Multi-Use Trail Public Involvement Meeting. Jared.
In your packet tonight, I have included the public involvement meeting notice. This is for the proposed State Trunk Highway 16 off-street path from South Kinney Cooley Road up to Emerald Valley Drive, where the entrance into the La Crosse and International Business Park. And also it's going to be for a bridge over the La Crosse River along State Trunk Highway 16 toward the village of West Salem. Just want to state that public involvement meeting will be January 12th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the La Crosse County Highway Department along Carlson Road, which is on the way on 16 just before West Salem. Just want to get the word out. This is a La Crosse County sponsored project that did receive funding for the off-street trail. This off-street trail will be operated and maintained by the city of Onalaska upon completion. It is the majority of it's within our corporate limits, and actually all of it's within our corporate limits along Highway 16. Just for
Okay.
information.
Jared, will there be a notice going out of possible quorum, assuming that we might have more than 2 alders and the mayor show up to this?
I can check with City Clerk Joanne Marcon and make sure that gets done.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, we will move on to item number 9, Professional Engineering Services for City Hall 2022 Condensing Unit Project. Jared.
Included within your packet tonight is a proposal from HSR Associates for assistance in the design of the replacement City Hall condensing 40-ton condensing unit. This would be one of the 2 units that's outside the back door of City Hall. This work would entail giving the city plans and specifications that then the city engineering department would utilize in bidding out the project and getting it installed. This project was included in the capital improvement budget. We would be moving forward with this. We're still confirming how it's going to fit in the capital improvement budget. So this design would be contingent upon making sure that the bonding goes through for the project. And Dan Wick is also here. He from the buildings side of things. If I don't, do you have anything to add, Dan? You okay?
So with all likelihood, with the time frame we're trying to get on this, but it's probably going to be closer to a 23 install with the lead times that they're telling us we need to do. That's why we tried working on it as soon as we can and find securing somebody to help us work on the spec.
Well, I'll go ahead and recommend that we approve the professional fee proposal for the condensing unit project in City Hall 2022. Although it sounds like it might be a 2023, but I'll make a motion that we approve.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Jim Olson. Is there any discussion?
Under discussion, I just want to note, it looks like it's a lump, the provider is HSR and a lump sum fee of $9,000. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct. That's what the proposal outlines. Correct.
Just want to have that in the record. Thank you.
Alder Knott, if I could add, today we received email for preliminary results regarding our bonding. And this will go to council next week as well, but I have a question back to our bonding company, Bayard, but they mentioned that the $190,000 for the condensing unit is not bondable. And we currently have it as bonding for the $190,000. So it'll be a discussion item next week, but just so you're aware.
Well, this is something that we've already agreed needs to be done though. So I guess we still have two options I can think of right now on how to pay for it. Is correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Just that as of right now, the email that I received today said that we would not be able to bond for that. So it would have to be either a state trust fund loan or it would be using ARPA funds for that. So
Okay, well, thank you very much for letting us know. Yeah, we'll have to cross that bridge at the Common Council then next week and figure out how we're gonna pay for this or disapprove. I guess we have three options, so.
right, and I do have a question in to Brad at Bayard, who's our representative, to ask why these type of units do last those 20 years. So I will report back on what I hear back from him.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll reiterate that I'm comfortable moving ahead with approving this so that we can keep the process going forward and we can address these questions at the Finance and Personnel Committee or the council as appropriate.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item 10, the 2022 tandem axle truck bid. Jared.
In your packet tonight, you can see that we did have two dealers submit 3 bids for possible tandem axle truck chassis. In your packet tonight, we are recommending award of the tandem axle truck to DeBusch Truck and Diesel in the amount of $90,380. If you notice in your packet tonight, the real difference, the bids were actually pretty close between the Freightliner and the International. The warranty was a difference and also the trade-in. With the trade-in price, or not the trade-in price and the additional warranty were included in that $90,380. The additional 3-year warranty for the price that we received, we felt that was a valuable asset to have in discussions with city staff, the city mechanic. So staff is recommending award to DeBusch Truck and Diesel at $90,380. I'd make that in form of a motion.
I'll second. Okay. Motion made by Jared, seconded by Jim Olson to approve the bid by DeBusch Truck and Diesel for the sum of $90,380 for the tandem axle truck.
And
Discussion.
Steve,
Yeah.
one thing I would note, the monies we had budgeted within the capital improvement budget for the cab and chassis, we are right on that number. We will be sending out quotes for the plow equipment in the next few months. With the additional costs of steel prices and things, we may be, see how that bid goes and see where the number comes in at. But with the price increases we're seeing in those items, they're going up at tens of percents right now. So it is going to be interesting to see how that bid comes in. One other thing is the lead time on this truck is almost a year. Their lead time, if we give them a purchase order after the common council meeting, the lead time, their delivery date is the first quarter of 2023. So we will actually probably won't put this truck into use until the fall of 2023. So it's just that long. So that's all the more reason to keep, the equipment coming, because it's just lead times right now are unbelievable.
Roger that. Well, my understanding is the bid is actually $7,620 under our initial budget. So if there is an increase in the additional equipment, I would assume that we could probably tap into that if necessary, correct?
That is correct.
I do have one extra question. I don't know if Jared knows the answer to it, but I'm wondering what the difference is between the two quoted vehicles from the other bidder. Like, why did they list two? What are the differences between?
One's a Western Star, which is would be like a Ram truck, and the Freightliner is a Ford truck. So it's a different brand of truck. It's just that dealer sells both brands. The Western Star is typically a higher end vehicle, but we could not justify the extra, $26,000 to buy that vehicle versus the one that we're going to purchase.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. All of those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11, pay estimates. Were there any new pay estimates that appeared at the council, at the alder's desks tonight?
Yes, Aldernaut. We do have 5 estimates. So we have Strand Associates, SCH, Strand Associates, and SCH that were in the original packet. And we also have Fowler and Hammer at $15,211. That was a to be determined amount, and we removed McCabe from the estimate sheet because they did not submit an estimate. Staff's recommending approval of the 5 estimates as shown, handed out tonight.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
A motion by myself, second by Jim Olson to approve the monthly estimates per our packet, plus 5 additional updates that were provided this evening. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. That finishes the Public Works portion. We now go on to utilities. There is no report under utilities, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
A motion to adjourn by Jim Olson, seconded by Sabrina Steger. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned. The time is 6:53. Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.